Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?
Thou art more lovely and more temperate,
Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May.
and summer's lease has all too short a date.
Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines,
And often is his gold complexion dimmed
and every fair from fair sometime declines.
by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed.
But thy eternal summer shall not fade,
Not lose possession of that fair thou art,
nor shall death brag thou wanderest in the shade.
when in eternal lines to time thou glowest.
So long as men can breathe or eyes can see.
So long live this, and this gives life to thee. Hello everyone, in this video we will be explaining about Shakespeare's poem in his life. Please enjoy!
William Shakespeare was born sometime in April 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon. We don't know when he was actually born, but we do know his baptism day, and that's Wednesday, 26th of April 1564. And according to the Bible, baptism of a baby must happen, should happen 3 days latest after the baby's birthday. And of course, with that logic, Shakespeare's latest birthday could be April 23rd of 1564.
His father, John Shakespeare, had a good job of being glove maker and the town's official ale taster, aka he drinks beer for a living. As a side note, he also sold wool illegally without a license.
As a kid, Shakespeare saw a group of actors acting when they were passing Stratford-upon-Avon. Since then, he was inspired to become an actor. However, he had to go to Womp Womp School.
Shakespeare's school was a grammar school. It's an elementary school, however, unlike modern elementary schools, the students had to learn subjects that in today's world would be taught in college.
These kids had to learn Latin, public speaking, grammar, philosophy, etc. These kids had to work hard. However, Shakespeare was bad at school and never graduated. Instead, he dropped out because his father needed his help, because the townspeople found out he was illegally selling wool.
When Shakespeare dropped out of school, he finally found more time to write poems and plays. He also found the love of his life, Anne Hathaway, who was 8 years older than Shakespeare.
This is around the time that his so-called dark years happened. We have no idea what happened in this gap of his life. However, he started appearing in London in 1592. After his apparent appearance in London, he started to look for work. He found a few friends and created a theater group. Lucky for them, one of the members were the owners of a theater called, drumroll, the Theater. Shakespeare had a promising career, and then all that was taken away because of the Black Death, aka the Plague.
During this time, they were very idle and scrapped by performing performance in taverns for little money. After a few years of doing this, their theaters started opening again, especially after the Puritans fell out of control. And lucky for them, Queen Elizabeth I was the big fan of performances and plays.
Since then, Shakespeare wrote several of his iconic plays. But a problem arose. The leasing of the theater expired, and the landlord refused to give them back their stuff.
But there was a clever loophole in the system. The land was owned by the landlord, but the theater wasn't. In the middle of the night, the acting troupe chopped down the theater and started making a new theater, this time on land they owned. They christened it the Globe.
And with that, Shakespeare's plays went bazooka. He wrote Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Othello, A Midsummer Night's Dream. And then the Queen died, so the acting troupe needed to find new ways to get funding.
So King James took control and reinstated the theater's property. He even sponsored Shakespeare's acting troupe on the condition they called themselves the King's Men.
Why was the Globe unique compared to other theaters and acting troupes? That's because other acting troupes relied on the person who owned the stage to perform. So they split the costs between the stage owner and the troupe. However, since Shakespeare's troupe owned the globe and never performed anywhere else, they didn't share all their profits with anyone. They earned more, and possibly double, what other troupes did.
When Shakespeare finally wanted to retire, he wrote what he planned to be his last play. It was called The Tempest. When King James saw the part where the wizard gave up magic, he figured out that Shakespeare wanted to retire. He begged Shakespeare to not retire and he gave in.
On the opening night of his play, Henry VIII, it was supposed to show the arrival of the king with a cannon boom. However, when the cannons were fired, a stray spark hit the dry thatch and wood, which ignited it on fire. The globe burned down to nothing but ashes, and Shakespeare was too tired to restart. He retired and went back home after years of not seeing his family. He didn't get to enjoy his retirement for long though.
After 3 years of retirement, Shakespeare died on April 23, 1616, peacefully in his home. And now, as bonus, we will discuss and analyze Shakespeare's Sonnet 18.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? That is the start of the metaphor.
Yeah, so art moves lovely and more contemporary.
That's like, you will sometimes look beautiful, and you're great. You look good, at least.
Of which to shake the daily buds of May.
You know what a bud is, right?
Yeah,
The thing that
process before the flower.
Yes. The thing that sprouts into the flower. Like, sometimes the winds are too rough, so they sometimes shake some of that beauty that's supposed to come out off of you if you were a tree.
And summer's lease has all too short a date.
Okay, lease is like something you need to actually have something. When that lease expires, well, you lose ownership of that, usually the government, or if you're renting it out to whoever's your landlord. So sometimes summer never lasts. Sometimes it's too short. Nowadays it's too long.
And sometimes too hot the eyes of heaven shine.
Oh, I should actually, here in Shenzhen, summer never ends.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, back to the topic. Sometime too hot, the eye of heaven shines. You can guess what that means.
Like eyes of heaven means like the sun, and then sometimes too hot, like the sun shines.
And every fair from fair sometime declines. As like, sometimes the beauty of the sun, or in this case, generally speaking, the summer, actually goes ahead and disappears because it doesn't last long.
The next one. And often is his gold complexion dimmed. I think gold complexion means like the sunlight.
Yes, that is so true. You finally did it. Good job. But thy eternal summer shall not fade. That means that summer will never fade. By chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. That's like, summer will change to autumn. And then that autumn turns into winter, and then that into spring. At least that's what's supposed to happen. It will always come back.
Yeah.
Except for us, it never goes away. I always need a hat every day.
No, lost possession of that fair so us.
You will not. It's comparing the summer to the young youth. Yeah, and because of that, because it compares that to the young youth, it's just comparing it as in like, if summer shall always come back, and your beauty will always come back.
And then the next one. Nor shall death brag so wonders in his shape. It's so hard to pronounce.
Okay, here's how you actually pronounce it. Nor shall death brag thou wondrest in his shade. But okay, so a little tip here. Apostrophe, replace it with an E.
The wonder.
Wondrest. Yes.
Oh, I got it.
That's why some authors actually replace the apostrophe with E's.
Oh, interesting.
Except that it won't be actually Shakespeare, so I hate those people who do that. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. This is the easiest line in the poem. It's so obvious.
Yeah, it's so obvious.
So long as men can breathe or eyes can see.
So how much you live, you will give life to see. I think that's the basic.
As long, here's actually what it is. So long as people are alive, and so long as people can read this sonnet number 18, long lives this, and this gives life to thee. This, before you say anything, this means sonnet 18.
Oh, I got it.
Alright, that's it. See ya.